gorgeous technological vegetarian time. What if all the kinds of things like grass and ivy that grow really rapidly all over the place were filled with carbohydrates and protein nutrients that were particularly beneficial to humans? Well, you can do that with genetic engineering. Yet there's another thing. What about all of the things like bunnies and deer that would eat those? They might have overpopulation. Here's a way to make it so that humans get to enjoy entire landscapes full of food while minimizing the risk of overpopulation with other herbivores. You can use something called siRNA to genes present in things like deer and bunnies to make it so that if the deer and bunnies eat the material that humans eat, then they feel a mild aversion to it, or perhaps they merely fall asleep, which reduces their consumption of food, and they learn to avoid that food. Similarly, you could also find unique chemicals that deer or bunnies would be allergic to, which humans have absolutely no reaction to, thus causing the deer or bunnies to avoid the plentiful grass, genetically engineered grass, as well as plentifully genetically engineered things like ivy that the humans could eat, which would solve human hunger. Now, you could really be nice to the deer and bunnies as well, because it's very simple genetically to make something where a quarter or the like of the progeny of a particular organism have a particular characteristic. So you could make a quarter of the grass as well as ivy be edible from the perspective of deer and bunnies as well as the other herbivores. Then humans would always be able to have as much food as they liked, absent any competition from the other herbivores, yet the other herbivores would benefit some from the humans' planting and foodscaping of these plants. Ways of making humans more beautiful, along with genetics, have to do with laser-activated pharmaceuticals. Now, there's actually a journal entirely about laser-activated pharmaceuticals. So what we're talking about here is taking something like a peptide or a cytokine that activates what are known as osteoclasts as well as osteoblasts, the things that change the form and shape, the rate of deposition of bone, and then using laser adjustable versions of those to adjust the form of the human face. A young child growing would simply have a laser at their room that traced out areas on their face where it would be better to grow or change the rate of growth of their bone structure so that they were most likely to be similar to a image that their parents had chosen. So this would give everybody the ability to have children that grew up to be beautiful, as well as became beautiful adults and teenagers, merely from taking a pill and then having a laser draw pictures on their face while they were asleep. Breasts are beautiful. There's a wide variety of opportunities for people to create what they would most like to have. Thus, we would use laser-activated estrogens as well as laser-activated progesterones to give girls as well as women the ability to personally choose the shape of their breasts, their bosom. Now, with laser-activated estrogens, the laser would simply shine on the woman's breasts or the girl's breasts while she was asleep, causing estrogen activation at particular areas of the breast to cause it to grow certain ways. Similarly, photoactivated progesterones affect the roundness of the breast as well. So these photoactivated breast improvement chemicals could just simply be taken, and then the woman could grow whatever kind of breasts she'd like to have. Also, there might be women that might like to reduce the size of their breasts, even though I kind of like D or DD size breasts. And they could use estrogen receptor modifiers that were photoactivatable with lasers to do that. So these are technologies to give everyone beautiful faces as well as beautiful breasts to benefit women. Now, using laser-activated pharmaceuticals to modify the bone structure of the face and skull works particularly well because the amount of tissue that lays on the surface of the skull is actually fairly thin. It seems like a centimeter, a half a centimeter, something like that. And light will readily pass through that material.